drawing the lower belly in, a bit like tightening a notch on a belt. We're going to start by pushing your right knee out, keep the left knee still. Push the left knee out, keep the right knee still, and then push both knees away from each other. So you've got this resistance through each hip, and then both together. We've got one side moving and then one side stabilizing, trying to keep the knee that's not moving really nice and still. Exhale away. Inhale back. Good. Out and out and back. Let's have one more each way. Out to the right, out to the left. Both knees together. Good. And then bring the hands up behind the back of your head. Just tuck the low back under. Tuck in the chin. Take a breath. We're going to exhale up into abdo prep and then inhale to tap down. Exhale up. Inhale to lower. Good. Lift and lower. So you've got a little bit of tension pushing out against your band. And inhale down and lift and down. Good. 4 more. And 3, 2, and lift and hold the last one, drawing the belly button in. Let's add in the legs, out with the right knee, out with the left knee, both together and lower. Lift, push out with the right knee, out with the left knee, both together, slowly down. Good. Exhale to lift. Right, left, and together. Slowly down and lift. And right, left, together and down. Let's have one more. Lift and right, left, together and down. Good. And then bring your right hand down by your side. Keep the left hand behind the head. Lengthen through the spine. We're going to work on our obliques now. Those big muscles across the trunk which help you twist and turn. But we're going to bring in some resistance with the right leg. So exhale, lift, left elbow towards the right knee, inhale to lower, exhale to lift, inhale down, exhale and tap. Keep nice and supporting your hand behind the head, lift and down and lift and down. Good. For 3 here. And 2. And 1. Good. And then rest the head, bring the left arm by your side. Same on the other side. Right hand behind the head. Hover the left hand. Tuck the back under. And curl right elbow to left knee. Inhale to tap down. Lift. Inhale to tap, lift and tap and lift and tap. Keep nice and wide with the elbow and lift and lower. 2 more here, lift and down. Last one, lift and rest. And then bring your both hands by the side, just release the back of your neck and come back to center. So just to build some stamina in the lower tummy muscles here, draw the belly in. We're going to march on the spot, lift the left knee and lift the right knee. So your challenge here is to really keep your back tucking under and draw the belly in. If this feels quite comfortable for you, we're going to lift through one leg, draw the belly, lift the other leg up into double tabletop and then tap left toes and right toes. So be really careful to keep your knees over your hips here and your feet parallel to the floor. Keep nice and soft through your shoulders. and keep drawing the belly button in. Good, and tap. Well done for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good, and then quick hug of the knees. And then just to finally work one more set of abdo prep, just to really challenge through your core. We're going to float the hands up behind the back of the head, draw the belly in. One more set here of abdo prep, but with the knees lifted. Good. Exhale, inhale, lift, lower, good. Lift and lift for 3 more here. 3, 2, 1, and rest the knees. Good. So bring your feet down one at a time. We're going to keep working on our glutes here and come into a shoulder bridge series. So still with the band around our knees. Start with a simple bridge here. Take a breath in. Tuck your tailbone under and exhale to lift your hips. Squeeze through the glutes. Take a breath at the top and then curl all the way down. Good. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, tuck your tailbone under and peel up your hips. Good. Take a breath at the top. Slowly down. We're going to add in some arms here. So exhale, tuck your tailbone under and then squeeze up your hips. Reach your arms overhead and then float your arms down, tailbone down. Good. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, lifting up the hips. Keep nice and lifted with the hips and then float your arms overhead. Good. And slowly down. Good. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, tuck tailbone under. Relax through your toes and the back of your head. Exhale down. Good. One more here. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, tuck tailbone under. Squeezing up the hips and then float your arms overhead. Good. And slowly down. Very nice. So next here we're going to add in the push-outs that we've been working on with our band. So take a breath in, tuck the tailbone under, curl up to lift your hips. Let's push out with the right knee, out with the left knee, both knees together and slowly down. So your watch points here are to keep your hips lifted as you move your knee to the side, out to the left. Good, both together and slowly down. Really curl down through the spine. Lovely stretch in the front of your hips, right, left. Both together and slowly down. Good, and again, tuck the tailbone under, lift the hips, out with the right knee, out with the left knee, both together and slowly down. Let's have 2 more here. You should start to feel this really warming up your glutes. Right, left, together and down. Good. For the last one we're going to do holding for a bit longer. So lift up with the hips. Right knee, left knee, together. Right knee, left knee, together. One more set. Right knee, left knee, together and slowly down. And then hug the knees up to the chest. You can take the band away from your feet here, roll through the spine. And then we'll come to another abs workout in a minute. But for now, just put your hands in the band. So you've got your thumbs out of the band here. Bring the arms overhead. Bring your left knee over your hip and your right knee over the hip. Relax the shoulders down and tuck in the chin. We're going to come into double leg stretch here. Stretch the left leg away and reach your arms overhead. Draw back, same on the right. Inhale to draw back, good, and away. And back, and away. So keep nice and tucked under with the back here. If you feel your back lifting, you can try pointing your toes up to the ceiling. So a little bit less load through the back, shorter lever here. For more of a challenge, really stretch your legs down away to the mat. Good, 4 more here. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, and then hug the knees and drop your band to one side. So last challenge on the back here, we're going to come into a single leg bridge. So it's really important here that you are not feeling this in your back. So if you feel this in your back at all, just stick to one more set of your double leg classic bridge. So to come into your single leg bridge, you can also try a couple of blocks or a cushion under your right foot. We're going to float the left foot up to shoulder height, up to hip height. Keep bent at the knee. Take a breath in. Tuck the bottom under and then push through the right foot and down. And push and down. So it's really strong in the glutes on the right side. Down and push. Good, and down and push. Good, 3 more here. For 3, 2, 1. Good, and then hug the right knee, stretch your left leg away from you, opening out through your hips. And then same on the other side, bend your right knee over your hip. This time we're going to curl up, push through your left foot and down, and push, and down, good, and push, good, push, and down, good, and lift, and lower. 3 more here for 3, and 2, and 1, and then stretch the right leg away, hug your left knee up to your chest. So before we change position, let's come into a figure of 4 stretch. Bring your left ankle onto your right knee. Lift up and hug behind your right thigh. Use your left elbow to nudge the left thigh away. And then switch sides and repeat on the other side. Right ankle onto left knee and lift up and hold behind the left thigh. And then bring your feet down one at a time. We'll have feet together and knees together. Open the arms out wide, soften your shoulder blades down to the floor and then roll your knees to the right. Look to your left hand. Roll back to the center and then knees to the left and look to the right hand. Good, and then back to center. So last challenge for our glutes today, we're going to come to lie on one side. So you can grab a head cushion between your ear and your shoulder if you like here. Bring your top hand onto the waist and keep the bottom knee bent but straighten your top leg. So you're in a nice straight line here, rolling your hips forward. We're going to come into side kick here. Gently draw through the belly. Take a breath. Exhale your top foot forward. Lift your toes and squeeze your heel back. Good. Point the toes. Draw a line forward. Lift and squeeze back. So with our side kick, we're trying to keep the top leg parallel to the floor. We're trying not to move through too much through the trunk. So to do that, you need to have some awareness of your core. So draw the lower belly in, exhale away, and inhale to come back. Good. 2 more here, 2, and back, and 1, and squeezing back. And then rest both knees on top of each other. Take a breath in. We're going to come straight into clam level 2, lifting your feet. Drop the shoulder here, and then lift and lower with your top knee. Lift and lower. Good. Lift and lift. Keep your hips pointing forward, no twisting through the hips here. And lift. Good. For 4 and 3 and 2. Lift and hold the last one. Just to finish, really working the outside of your hip. Little pulses here. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. Rest your feet. Give your hip a rub if you need to. And then come to switch sides. So either turning over, or I will come and switch ends. So I'm working the other hip. So lying on the other side. Top hand is on the waist, bending through the bottom leg and straightening the top leg. Rolling your hips forward here. We're going to point the toes. Exhale to draw a line forward with the toes and then squeeze your right foot back. Good. Point the toes, draw a line forward. Lift the toes and squeeze back. Good. And forward. And back. Good. And forward. And back. Good. 2 more here. And back. And last time. And back. Well done. And then bending both knees. Take a breath in. Lift your feet. Draw shoulders away from the ears. And then lift and lower through the top knee. Lift. And lift. Well done. And 4. And 3. 2. And lift and hold the last one. Last set of little pulses at the end to really work through the outer hip, keeping the feet up. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. Rest your knees and rest your feet. So finally, taking a stretch for the hips here. We're going to finish on in a high kneeling position here on the mat. So we'll have the right foot forward and rest your hands on the right knee. Take a breath in and then exhale forward into your right knee, feeling a stretch in the front of your left hip. And then push away from the right leg. Slide your right heel forward, lifting up the toes, and curl yourself forward over the right thigh. So this is a stretch for the right calf and the right hamstring. If you've got the length in your hamstrings, you might be able to reach your fingertips to the floor. And then push yourself back up into high kneeling and switch sides. Bring your left hand onto the left knee and then exhale forward into your left knee, stretching the front of your right hip. And push away from your left leg. Lift your left toes towards you and curl forward over your left thigh. Again, you can reach fingertips to the floor if you can. And then walk yourself back into high kneeling. Bend through your left foot and then a nice strong push back to standing. And then take a big stretch up to the ceiling. Well done.